Hi, welcome to Health Nut Dad. My name is Johan. This short video is about water. I'm often asked about fluoride and you know what I do to have safe drinking water. So they add fluoride to our water, or just to not everywhere, but I know our water is fluoridated. So I think we need to realize that fluoride is it's industrial waste. It's scraped from the chimney stacks at phosphate fertilizer factories. So it's a neurotoxin. It's not good for us. The evidence that it's good for our teeth is really anecdotal, and I'm sure a lot of money has changed hands between our health authorities and the people. Well, basically, we're paying to remove their industrial waste for them. So it's actually pretty bad. And besides fluoride, water has got chlorine. It has maybe antibiotics, heavy metals, all sorts of medications and pharmaceutical stuff in it, and basically it's not stuff we want to be drinking. So we unfortunately have to remove that from our water, especially fluoride. You cannot remove fluoride with little countertop filters, or there's only two ways. The first is distillation. That is basically boiling the water and then recondensing the steam, which probably is too expensive if you want to cook and drink and do all sorts of things with your water. It just doesn't make sense to, distillation doesn't make sense. So the alternative is reverse osmosis. Reverse osmosis is it's basically forcing the water through a membrane, and only the water goes through, leaving all the rubbish and the fluoride and the heavy metals and things, and that's flushed away through another outlet down the drain. We are by default wasting water, but I suppose they need to stop poisoning our water, and then we'll stop wasting water. But at this stage, water is cheap, and there's no way getting around it. So so be it. Reverse osmosis can be expensive. I've seen a fair bit of slimy RO salespeople in my life, and they come with all sorts of little electrodes, and they show you how dirty your water is, and the water goes black when they put the little electrodes in there. So just be careful about that. The typical under sink RO installation with a little tank is quite expensive, and also if you're really going to be using a lot of water, doesn't always make that much sense. And also, if you don't own your home, you don't really want to be installing an expensive water system for somebody else. So the alternative is a portable reverse osmosis unit, and the one I'm about to show you I've picked up off eBay for about $100. To really do what I wanted to do, I had to make a few alterations, which I'll show you as well. And yeah, let's get to that. Okay, so this is my portable reverse osmosis unit. It can either be in your kitchen or ours is in the laundry, so works pretty well. I just want to show you all the parts. Firstly, you have the mixer, the tap, and this screws onto there. It's got a little valve which opens and closes it, so you can actually use the water water comes out here, and if you do that, or the water comes out the bottom, and if you do that, the water goes into the unit. So that's it. Then the pipe goes into here, which is a carbon filter. This is absorbs some chemicals. It takes the chlorine odor and taste away. So that's the first stage there. There's the one I'm going to be replacing this one with shortly. These are normally used in fridges, so that if you have a fancy fridge with a water dispenser, this is normally what they have. So then this goes in the camera into this pipe here. This is the reverse osmosis membrane is in here. This is what actually removes most of the rubbish. I'm also about to replace that. So this actually goes in there. That's the one I'm replacing it with is called a CSM. It's apparently a high quality American made membrane assembled in Korea, so they reckon it's one of the better ones. Since you actually want it to do what you're paying money for, you probably want to get something that's reasonably good quality. So the water goes in, and it comes out. This over here. So you'll see this has got two outlets. The one goes to this pipe here, which is where all the wastewater goes out. That just runs down the drain. And the other one goes into the last stage, which is this one here. This is a remineralizer cartridge. I've got another new one here. This one, the plastic is semi-transparent, so you can see, I don't know if you can see, yeah, there we go. So you can see the little balls in there. That replaces some of the the minerals in the water. When the water's been through the reverse osmosis, it's just sort of stripped of everything, and so that just put some calcium and other minerals in there, and basically that's it. Normally these, when you buy them, it's about $100 Australian on eBay. They normally have the same carbon filter on both ends, which is a bit stupid, and some of them have a remineralizer at the end, but it's like a gel, which is apparently good for fish water. That you can raise tropical fish. It's not good for human consumption. So basically, what I do is, when I bought this, I just bought a mineralizer cartridge spare, and I replaced that in here, and then I actually had a spare carbon cartridge for later. So every 3 months you change the carbon cartridges, the mineralizer every 6 months, and I believe the reverse osmosis membrane about 3-4 years, so it's lasts quite long. The only thing that I found is that all these fittings, it's a hard plastic, and they seem to work with pressure, so they just clip in and pressure seals them. But right at the end, where the water goes into your container, it kept leaking at the X there, so I just bought a little brass fitting which I've screwed in there, and I actually put a thick wall silicone tube on there. Now there's two things: the silicone stays in your container, it doesn't slip out as easily as the hard plastic, so yeah, I've had some spills and this stays in there, and it also, because it's silicone, it's safe, and it doesn't leak, so that's that's made a big difference in usability. At the moment we use these big 15-litre plastic drums, containers that they use for water. It's food grade plastic. I would have preferred glass, but since it's actually in the house and it's not exposed to temperature fluctuations, it should be reasonably safe, and you're reusing the same containers, so hopefully if anything's leached out it'll only do so once, and you know, you're not using a new glass bottle every time, so that actually I'm pretty happy with that. We've just got a ceramic pot, and the big bottle, you just flip it over, and it's got a little tap at the bottom which you just you get the water out of it, and yeah, it works pretty well. Yeah, thank you for listening. If you have any comments or any questions, or if anything's unclear, please ask. I mean, this is how I understand it, so if I was talking rubbish, please do not hesitate to correct me. So yeah, I'd love to hear from you, and thank you very much. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Bye bye.